Today we are talking about the dumbest anime series I have ever had the pleasure of watching. An anime series so incredibly stupid that I feel as if my actual IQ had dropped with each and every episode. Not that my IQ was that high anyway, but that is not the point here. And for all its dumb and what the hell am I watching here moments, this show is actually one that I truly do love so very much. The show in question being none other than Aho Girl. Now, it also did blow my weak and fragile wee brain when I looked into the title of this show. So let me break that down for you. Aho means idiot and girl means girl. Put those bad boys together like a sandwich and what do you get? Pure brilliance. That's what you get. Freaky yeah, boys and girls. Today we are looking into the masterpiece of an anime that is none other than Aho Girl. And before we get into this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Get this video to 1,000 likes. Yes, 1,000 likes and I'll make more videos on series such as these. And let me know what series you'd like to see me cover next in the comment section below, as I do read them all, and if I find one that I definitely like, I will be making a video on it. So shameless YouTuber plugging aside, let's get into this. Aho Girl is a show that either gets a lot of criticism or a lot of love. You know, criticism from people who think they are far too mature for this world and don't understand what the word fun means. Or it is loved by the type of people who blast all of their money on anime figures and can't comprehend why there is no food in the fridge. Yeah, I'm with you Barkers on that one, that's for sure. So I first saw this show 6 years ago when it first aired back in the summer anime season of 2017, and ever since then it has just been one of those shows that I always look back on with the most fondness of memories, just like looking back on the moments in our lives when we first fell in love. So yeah, I stumbled back across this show after randomly thinking about it, rewatched it like a boss and thought, yeah boy, let's make a video on this greatness. So let us begin by looking into the actual plot of the story, or I guess you could say the lack thereof. This show is a comedy in a high school setting about a girl who is basically a complete dumbass and how the other main character reacts to said dumbassery. Is that a word? Yoshiko, the main female protagonist, is renowned for being amongst the biggest idiots the entire world has ever seen. She enjoys being so carefree about receiving failing grades on every test since she takes pride in her stupidity. A character I'm sure a lot of us can relate to. Just me? What the fuck? Yoshiko's neighbor, Akutsu, also referred to as Akun by his fellow characters, is the secondary protagonist of the show. He must put up with Yoshiko's behavior on a daily basis, but he makes little effort to hide his feelings, frequently resorting to physical force to keep Yoshiko quiet for as long as possible. More on this aspect of his character later on, by the way. Absolutely love this. So yeah, you can really see why he gets irritated by her, but when you also throw in Yoshiko's super weird fascination with bananas in there as well, it just gets even better. So because of the major differences in personality between these two main characters, we really do get a super exciting and entertaining series full of unexpected events and situations occurring. Each of the 12-minute episodes are broken up into 3 to 4 little segments that give us, the viewers, a glimpse into Yoshiko's daily routine, which is filled with some really crazy stuff, I may add. The absolute brilliance of this show is that Aho Girl gets a lot of mileage for a series with not a lot of premise, right? The main subject of the anime is actually the highlight into the brilliance of stupidity. Every single time you see our girl Yoshiko, you just can't even begin to believe that she won't stoop to much lower levels than she already has. This stupidity is what keeps the series moving forward at a really quick and enjoyable pace. So Aho Girl's strongest asset is in that of its cast of excellent characters that really stand out and gel fantastically with one another. Starting with Yoshiko, man, I really freaking love this girl. She's actually a god tier character, no doubt about it. She is just so stupid, which is the premise of the show, of course, but it's her stupidity and how she's just so blatantly aware of it that makes her character amazing. Yoshiko is just a complete idiot and she has this really weird addiction to bananas. Like, this girl had such an impact on me that every time I see a banana now, I just like point at it. I'm like, banana jar! She is like hysterically funny, man. Like the best parts of her antics are when she tries to win over Akutsu. Everything she does just turns to like pure gold because she is so sincere and genuine while also being a complete moron. She just possesses a lot of positive traits like the capacity to consume copious amounts of bananas and the very astonishing ability to score 0 on her tests, including like the multiple choice ones. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's just so eccentric in everything that she does and is just straight up annoying to everyone else around her. She's just so plain in the mind and like her stupidity causes her to have little to no social skills and she often makes the worst first impression. But most people do end up liking this girl in the end. She is like most annoying though towards Akutsu, even though she just wants him to fall in love with her. Poor girl. Now our girl Yoshiko also does have a bit of a perverse side to her too. She likes to grope the president of the disciplinary committee's booba. You know, she snuck into Akutsu's room and began sleeping next to him, and she like enjoys peeking in the men's room simply to watch Akutsu. It's brilliant. There's just no stopping this girl, and I honestly don't ever want her to stop. And then there is the beast mode character that is Akutsu himself. This guy is just so freaking funny, man. Like, I love his moments just so, like, too much. Too much I love his moments. He is just the complete opposite to Yoshiko as he is serious, you know, he scores good grades and he has a much more blunt approach to himself. All the guy cares about is studying, but he always gets dragged into Yoshiko's antics. The guy really just has no time for any of the other characters' stuff, man. Like, and his facial expressions are always just so on point. Like, our boy, he just struggles when trying to cope with like the way out their personalities of these other characters, especially Yoshiko. And he is very quick to say like very rude and straight to the point things. He is certainly not afraid when it comes to how outspoken he is about his hate for Yoshiko. Now, my favorite part about his character, and I guess you could say the show as a whole really, is how Yoshiko's stupidity starts getting on his nerves. You could just see his anger and hatred for her and like her idiot ways build up like a volcano ready to erupt. And man, when that rage topples over, it is hilarious as he straight out snaps in a wrath of physical violence against Yoshiko whenever she bothers him. And I think it just plays to my humor, but it just makes me laugh so much, man. Like so much that I'm going into a freaking montage right here. So let's freaking go. Now, there are a load of other characters around these two who are equally as amazing. First up is Sayaka. Yeah, she's like this thoughtful, level-headed girl who frets about coming across as being boring. She is a part of the Flattest Justice Club, and she's particularly sensitive when people comment on her little chest, which even still seems small even though she pads it out. Bless her. Though most people do remark about her kind aura and how it unites and calms everyone. However, she does frequently lose her temper and begins yelling. This, of course, serves as a running joke throughout the entire anime. Next up is Big Booba Disciplinary Committee President Fuki. She has a serious demeanor and can be bossy when it comes to carrying out her duties as president of the disciplinary committee. However, after she met Akutsu, this all changed, man. This all changed. She starts to follow him around in like a really weird way, and she tries to defend her actions by claiming that it was all out of concern for her beloved Akutsu's well-being, as well as it being her duty as the head of the committee. You know, she just has some really great moments in the show, especially with Yoshiko, who she kind of sees as a love rival, but it is certainly not Yoshiko who is her main enemy in the show. No, dear friends, that goes to Yoshiko's mother. So Yoshi is, of course, nowhere near as stupid as her daughter, you know. All she wants is Yoshiko to just be a regular person. Now, what makes Yoshi's character very interesting is that she is a master of hand-to-hand combat, and she can read any woman by simply the color of her pantsuit. Yoshi is revealed to be like this really cunning schemer who longs to be rid of her stupid daughter and have a happy retirement. She does, of course, unsuccessfully try to match Yoshiko with Akatsu, but Akatsu has no intention of ever being in a relationship with this dumb girl. Now, other great characters in the show are Akatsu's little sister, who is also an idiot, although she tries so hard not to be. Then there are the kids in the neighborhood that Yoshiko hangs out with who are like way more mature than she is. Then there is the punk kid Ryuichi, he's like a delinquent at first, but he's now training under Yoshiko in order to learn the ways of the idiot. Brilliant cast of characters, man. So, like I mentioned, the average length of an episode of Aho Girl is 12 minutes, and the pacing is great. Like, none of the gags feel like they're dragging or they're out of place in the show. The anime also has its fair bit of fan service. Yes. However, the fan service doesn't ever come across as forced or strange. Rather, it actually seems like, you know, you're thinking, yeah, you know what? That is something that Yoshiko would do naturally. The majority of the time, the fan service in the show is actually serving as part of the gag, and it heightens the humor in the show. And they also have a beach episode in here. Like, man, who doesn't love a beach episode? I love a beach episode, that's for sure. Now, visuals are pretty good, to be honest. It's simple but vibrant, which works for this show's theme. The voice acting is also amazing, man. Like, seriously well done. And it has an absolute banger of an OP, despite the visuals of said OP being very plain and uninteresting. Though I won't lie, sometimes its simplicity did make me laugh on occasion. So yeah, I strongly recommend this show, man. Check it out. And remember, get this video to 1,000 likes and leave me an anime recommendation in the comments that's like this one for a potential future video. And while you wait for the next video to drop, why not check out this video where I talk about the extremely lewd and brilliant show that is, of course, none other than the masterpiece, Shimonetta. But guys, that is it from me. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.